y'all. We're here now in the bay and just saw some trout pushing. Just had a bite, so I decided to turn the camera on. Had a really good conversation with a guy named William. So I didn't want to record that. It was about Jesus, and it was great. Granted, he's not a believer, but I was able to share the gospel with him, so I was thankful for that. I'm just fishing for a few more minutes before it's time for the funeral, so if I can get you a better angle how heavy this is. See if I can pivot this thing. There we go. Last thing I need is my phone to mess up or to fall in the water, even worse. So, fishing with a jig. I have 2 shrimps out. 2 live, rather. I gotta check them here in a second. I just had a bite on this curly tail jig. I think there's some trout pushing these. There was a million little glass minnows just floating around there a second ago. So they're swimming around. Oh. That felt like a bite. They're hitting the tail, I think. A little reaction bite. So these trout may not be very big that are in here, so it could be a little white trout. Thought about putting pop cork on this pole. Kind of seeing what happens. This is better. This is the first like genuine bites I've had all day. Minus catching that one baby gaff top over there in the past. I didn't show it because I didn't figure any of y'all wanted to see a gaff top, because I've caught so many of them. Well, I mean, if it's a big gaff top, sure, but not a little bitty one. I hate those things. Not as bad as hardheads, but they're still really annoying. Put a shrimp on this one, and probably need to put a shrimp on that one. Pitch this right there by that pylon. Maybe a sheep's head or something floating around it. Perfect. I don't normally use monofilament for anything, but someone had a nice little monofilament leader or rigged that they had made. They left it here, so I was like, finders keepers. By that, that's close. Now that'll work. Probably got about a solid 30, 40 more minutes to fish, and then we're going to call it potentially for the day. At least for sure until after the funeral. For a few more minutes after that, but it'll be all artificial then. So I'm going to dump these shrimp here in a minute. I'll let you know if I catch something. Just had another bite. These little trout are popping this thing. Try to let one eat it. Oh, that was a good bite right there. I hope you're... There may not be... Nope. See, they're hitting the tail. They're not eating it. And that's what's annoying. So that tells me that was a good hit. Don't you come off. Oh no, it's on there. That's fish. That's a trout. Oh yeah. Nice little speck. Look there. Chill out, fish. So maybe those are speckled trout that are hitting it. He's not legal. I don't think he's legal. We'll measure him for funsies anyway. Nah, he's a little small. Anyway, here's the trout at the very least, so that's cool. Thank you, Lord, for that. I tell you, live shrimp's a good bait. Let's stay out there and see if we can get another one. So that was cool. So it looks like there's some trout in here. I mean, I figured that with the bites I've been getting, but can't say anything officially until you catch one. Even if that's the only fish I catch today, like, that's awesome. I'm really excited for tonight. So I may do a little bit of vlogging tonight at Lion Fest. Give y'all a front row seat to the day. Oh yeah, there are trout pushing these little minnows in here now. Maybe even a redfish or two. So we'll see. Means I've gotten bites on both artificial and live now, so that's awesome. If you look over there, see that boat about where my finger's pointing? That is probably over there anchored up catching drum reds and sheep's head. Maybe some trout too around those pylons. Looks like the shrimp's getting popped a bit again. See if something runs off with it. Let me check this one. This blue one. They got stole. See, I may have just took the shrimp. It's definitely a pop. Oh yeah, he's on there. Feels like he is anyway. No, I just bit it. He dead though. I'll put a new one on there. Other one's getting picked up now. I'm just happy we're getting some bites. Starting to catch some trout now. Yes, sir. I just caught one that was about 14. There, and just pick that one off. Probably something little. Ow. Well, that's cool. I just had this thing sitting. Oh, it was probably a good trout that just hit that. That's kind of lame, but that's also really cool. It's always nice when it falls over and there's a fish on it. Most of the time, when my stuff just falls over, there's not a fish on it, so I don't even worry about it. It's just the wind. But that time, there was 110% fish on there. Turned into a fun little video. Fun little morning. Granted, it's going to be done here in a few minutes, but still. Got 30 more minutes in me, and that'll be about it. For just a minute and fish around lunchtime, but if I do, it ain't going to be long. Got you a Spanish, nice. That's another species. Huh? What'd you say?
I didn't even have no shrimp on or nothing, just ate the straight hook.
Man, they do that because they hit that they hit the flash. They love stuff that's shiny and stuff that's chartreuse. It might have been what bit me just a second ago. A Spanish mackerel. In Mississippi, you could keep that one. They're really good fried. But I like to eat them when they're about 12 inches or bigger. With that one, it's one you just cut the head off, gut it, and just cook the whole thing. Yeah. Also, I'm going to be leaving here in a minute. Would y'all like these shrimp? They're live.
I'll take it.
Alright, sweet.
You want this fish?
Nah, dude.
They make good cut bait?
Spanish? You could use it, especially the head.
Yeah.
I've never used them as cut bait, but I don't see why you couldn't. I think sharks will eat them for sure. Man, there's dolphins everywhere out there. I've counted 5 so far. Honestly, with how dirty this water is, that surprises me. Been biting on you. A little better tail. My last shrimp I throw out before I leave. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah, there's like 5 dolphins out there.
There's a whole bunch over there too.
There we go.